Almost every Saturday night, as we exit the sanctity of Shabbos into the challenges and the vicissitudes of the upcoming week, if indeed there's a full week of work ahead, we add a chapter of Tehillim to our Ma'ariv, starting with the words, V'hinoam Hashem Elokeinu aleinu. May the grace of God be upon everything we're about to do that week. However, we don't stop there. We continue to say this chapter, and the second to last stanza reads, Yikre'eni ve'einehu. He will call out to me and I will answer. How will I answer? Imo anochi bitzara. I will be with him at the time of distress. Achaltzeu ve'achabdehu. I will save him and I will respect him. Namely, in a word, we say we will answer the call by being with someone in distress. I believe that this chapter has two major themes to it. On the one hand, we want God to be with us, and thus we'll be successful during everything we're about to do that week. But on the other hand, there's many things that maybe we would love to do, but we just can't. I'm sure many listening would be gratified, not to mention feel fulfillment if they were fighting this war as a soldier. Well, what are you going to do? The army didn't call us up, or we don't live in Israel, whatever it might be. What do we do in those cases? Says the psalmist, God will still call upon you. And you have to answer him with one means, Imo anochi bitzara, feeling that you are with the person in the time of distress. That if there's a soldier fighting as we speak in the field, we have to feel it. We have to feel it every time we put on a news program that we like and we say, oh my gosh, a soldier is not able to watch TV. We have to feel it at our Shabbos meals. We have to feel it at our weddings. We have to feel it in everything we do. It doesn't mean to stop getting married or to stop having fun, but it means to feel in a very real way what people are going through. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you hear a story from one of the Gdolei Hador of this generation, Rav Asher Weiss Shlita, who told a story about a father of soldiers now fighting in the field. Have a listen.
I have a dear friend in Yerushalayim. He has 4 kids in the army, all in combat units. 11 o'clock by night, 11:15, someone is knocking at the door. And if you have kids in the army and in unusual hours, there's a knock on the door, you faint. And you're afraid to walk to the door. Because the army will never notify a family that tragedy struck and someone was killed on the phone or by email or any other means. There needs to be a doctor available. So it's always personal. So this person tells me I didn't walk to the door. I was afraid. And I hope that knock will go away. Didn't go away. And he's knocking and knocking for 10 minutes. With trepidation, I walk to the door. I open the door, and there's the yeshiva worker standing, stretching out his arm, collecting money. He told me, my first impulse, I wanted to kick him in the face.
That particular gentleman, knocking on the door at 11 o'clock at night, obviously doesn't have many manners. Common sense would dictate you don't knock on someone's door at 11 o'clock at night, any night. But he failed in a different area. He didn't feel the distress. He didn't feel what a parent of a soldier is going through at this time. The only way, indeed, God will achaltzeu ve'achabdehu, save us and respect us, is A, to do what we can and hope for the grace of God, and B, to feel the distress of all the things we can't do, to feel the pain and the worry and the anxiety of a parent of a soldier who's now serving in the field. And if you did, you won't knock on his door at 11 o'clock at night. May it be God's will that first and foremost, his grace will be upon us in everything we do. And number 2, in everything we can't necessarily do, may indeed we feel the imo anochi bitzara in a very real way.